John Beltran back at Brush High School. During the opening half a couple of times, I mistakenly referenced Jefferson Academy as Ken Denver, but maybe there was a method to my madness, even though it was completely accidental, because when the Lady Beatniggers defeated Ken Denver, they were down by a point at halftime and won by 18. So hopefully some of that second half magic will be present tonight as the Lady Diggers lead Jefferson Academy 24-21, but they had a 9-point lead in the opening quarter, and Academy came back to take a 1-point advantage. Carly Nichols, Alex White, Kennedy Guzman, Kristen Berg, and Emily Monarch to begin the third quarter for Brush. Brianna Salas, Allison Timpson, Sarah Miller, Savannah Mahoney, and Sadie Anderson for Ken Denver. Welcome back to the officials. Nowhere to be found for some reason. Now they're here, even though 10 players were on the court. It'll be Kent. There we go again. It'll be Jefferson Academy basketball. I guess I have my mind on Saturday night, even though we got the Brush Boys game Friday night in Eaton on the outside right. Anderson with the basketball. Back out to Timpson. Spinning beyond the three-point line. Cross-court pass to Miller. In the left corner to Anderson. Lobs it on the outside right to Salas. Right baseline to Miller against Monarch. Bounce pass down low. Mahoney's shot is an air ball. Carly Nichols with the ball for the Beatniggers. On the outlet to Kennedy Guzman. Guzman on the high right to Monarch. Monarch lobs it down low. Tipped out of bounds, intended for Berg. Knocked out of bounds by Mahoney. Guzman to throw it in to the left of the basket. Guzman bounce pass to White. She banks and misses, and the rebound is controlled by Mahoney. That's her third board on the outlet to Salas. Jefferson Academy can tie it with a three. Salas cross court to Miller. Wide open left wing three, and the game is tied. Sarah Miller drills her second trifecta. She's got 11. Brush 24, Jefferson Academy 24. Monarch into the front court, gets a pick from Guzman, dribbling towards the right corner, lob down low for Nichols, double team. Then the ball is taken away by Miller. Miller bounces the ball to Anderson. Into the front court, Anderson. Back out to Salas. Cross court to Mahoney, left of the lane, back out to Miller. Miller guarded by Guzman. On the outside right to Timpson. Timpson, cross court pass taken over there by Anderson, steps in the lane, little 8-foot runner is good. For Sadie Anderson, she scores. And Ken Denver scored the first 5 points of the third quarter. Check that, Jefferson Academy. I don't know why I keep saying that. Academy leads 26-24. And a terrible lob by Monarch, intercepted down low by Savannah Mahoney. Beatniggers with 13 turnovers. On the outside right, Salas with the basketball. On the left baseline, taken by Anderson. Back out to Salas, wide open three, and that's in. The Beatniggers are going to need a timeout. They are torching the Beatniggers. 8-0 to begin the third quarter. 6:15 to go. It's a 30-second timeout. Jefferson Academy leads Brush 29-24. Wow. That timeout brought to you by Edwards Wright Price Market and Flowerland at 1201 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. Stop by and get what you need to refuel on game days at Edwards Wright Price Market in Flowerland. Well, the Beatniggers had a chance to put Jefferson Academy away early with that 15-6 lead, but then really struggled in the final 11 to 12 minutes of the opening half. And now they are unable to defend Academy to begin this third quarter. Sarah Miller and Brianna Salas have hit three-pointers. Here's Nichols into the front court. The Beatniggers have a 3-on-3. Nichols along the right baseline, backs it out to Guzman. Guzman with the basketball near the timeline, looking to her right. Chest pass to Berg. Berg holding the ball up high, looking for White. Berg in the right corner for Nichols. Nichols had the shot blocked out of bounds, blocked beautifully by Anderson. Beatnigger basketball. With 5:58 to go in the third, Jefferson Academy leads Brush 29-24. Guzman to throw it in. Guzman was running the line. That could have been a traveling violation. Over to Monarch. Monarch on the outside right to White. White back out to Guzman. Guzman at the top, guarded by Timpson. Chest pass to her right to Berg. Berg holding the ball up high, penetrating right baseline, and then she is fouled. Looked like Savannah Mahoney got her across the wrist. For Mahoney, that's her third foul. Guzman to throw it in. The Beatniggers cannot go on another cold streak here. Mahoney's out. Alicia Wright is in. Here is Berg, shot off the inbounds pass. Good. Little 10-footer to the right of the basket by Kristen Berg. She's got 10. Nice feed there by Kennedy Guzman. Jefferson Academy 29, Brush 26. 5.5 to go in the third. Salas, cross-court pass to Timpson. On the outside left, Timpson against Nichols. Near the timeline to Miller. Cross-court to Wright. Wright with the basketball. Near that right corner, intercepted, intended for Salas. Taken away by Monarch. Long pass to Guzman, out of bounds. And Brush has turned it over 14 times, 3 already in this third quarter. To 13 turnovers for Jefferson Academy. Beatniggers trail 29-26. Here comes Academy. Salas with the basketball on the outside left, intended for Timpson, out of bounds. Delorier checks in for Monarch. Tonight, Brush only has 2 really decent scores, as 21 of the 26 points have been scored by either Guzman or Berg. Guzman in the backcourt, still looking, lobs it to Nichols. Nichols to Delorier. Delorier across the timeline at the top. Setting it up for the Beatniggers on the outside right to Nichols. She takes a long shot. That's going to be around and no good. Rebound to Berg. Banks and scores. Nice job by Kristen Berg. Excellent job of using her body as the Beatniggers now trail by 1, 4-0 run. Berg with 12 in the game. 29-28 Jefferson Academy. In the right corner, right with the basketball, dribbling against White, and White commits the foul along the baseline. Her second foul of the game. Academy to throw it in. Looks like the Beatniggers now want to make this run. Heidi Wentz about to check in for the Jaguars. Checking in for Alicia Wright. And to throw it in the front court is Sarah Miller. Miller to Wentz on the right baseline. Wentz against White. Bounce pass inside in the lane as Miller hooks and misses that hook shot. And the ball is off a Beatnigger foot, out of bounds. Stays with Jefferson Academy. Northeastern Colorado's hometown savings and loan with locations in Brush and Fort Morgan is Equitable Savings and Loan. Guzman with 4.5 to go along the left baseline to Delorier. Delorier with the basketball, still in the backcourt. Into the front court to White. Actually, they're going to say that ball was off of Jefferson Academy instead of Brush. With the basketball is Nichols. In the left corner for Delorier. Beatniggers can take the lead with a bucket. Straight away for Guzman. Fakes the 3 and traveled. Melissa Whaler checks in for Brush. Again, just no flow to this game. The Beatniggers had it going early. Kent checked at Jefferson Academy in the opening 3.5 minutes of the third. Bounce pass in the lane to Anderson. Right baseline to Timpson. She misses that shot, and then Salas had the rebound, and then she went up, and she was fouled. Carly Nichols commits her second for Brush. Brianna Salas to the stripe to shoot 2. For Jefferson Academy with 3:59 to go in the third. The Beatniggers down by 1. The Beatniggers down by 2 now after the free throw is in. The Jaguars lead 30-28. Second free throw coming up for Brianna Salas. She bends, she shoots, and she misses off the back of the rim. And the ball is tipped around. Nice hustle over there by Timpson. Timpson, left baseline to Wendt. Down low, Anderson. She scoops it up and misses. The ball is taken away by Delorier. Delorier for the Beatniggers across the timeline. Left of the lane to Waiter. Waiter double teamed, and they're going to call a traveling violation. That's a terrible call. Looked like she was fouled. The Beatnigger fans didn't like it. Instead, it's Brush's 16th turnover of the game. With 3:39 to go in the third. Jefferson Academy 30, Brush 28. With a basketball, Salas cross-court to Miller. Miller in the right corner, taken over there by Timpson. Timpson back out to Wendt. Wendt against Delorier in the right corner for Timpson. Bounce pass is knocked out of bounds by Wailert. And the Jaguars to throw it in. Near the corner, Miller to do so. Miller looking, still looking, lobs it on the outside right to Anderson. Inside to Timpson. She hooks and she misses short. And Berg had the rebound. The ball is tipped out of bounds by Brianna Salas. Beatnigger basketball. I mean, consider what the other Patriot League teams have done against Jefferson Academy. This doesn't look good for Brush. Even if they win the game, Guzman, bounce pass in the backcourt to Delorier. Delorier pressured by Wentz in the front court to Guzman. Down by 2 with 3:09 to go in the third. Jaguars 30, Beat Diggers 28. Guzman on the outside right gets a pick from Waitert. Bounce pass along the right baseline, knocked out of bounds by Anderson, intended for Berg. And the Beat Diggers to throw it in, and Guzman to do so. For all of your auto supply needs, stop by Central Auto Parts in Fort Morgan. Guzman had the ball tipped away, and it's knocked out of bounds, and it is off of Berg, as the ball was tipped initially by Miller. 13 turnovers in the last 11 minutes by Brush. Lucky to be down by only 2. Into the front court is Salas with the basketball on the outside right. Dribbles by Delorier. 12-foot pull-up is around and good. Salas has 6 in the quarter, 10 in the game. Jaguars lead 32-28. The Beat Diggers are in danger of having their 12-game winning streak come to an end. Waitert with the basketball. Dribbles by 1 along the left baseline. The pull-up is up and good by Melissa Waitert. About 8 feet away from Waitert, her first points. Beat Diggers back to within 2. 32-30 with 2:25 to go, third quarter. On the outside right with the basketball is Salas. Cross court to Timpson, guarded by Guzman in the lane. Nearly traveled back out Anderson. 12-footers around good. Sadie Anderson with 8. Lead back up to 4. Waitert into the front court, left of the lane. Bounce pass to Berg, and she banks and scores. The Beat Diggers, though, with a nice job by Waitert. Berg now has 6 in the quarter, 14 in the game. Jefferson Academy 34, Brush 32. A timeout with 1:59 to go, third quarter. The Beat Diggers down by 2 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Jaguars to throw it in, leading the Beat Diggers 34-32. 1:57 to go in the third. On the outside right, Miller. She'll take a wide open 3. Bingo, she connects. The Beat Diggers left her open. That's her third triple of the game. It's a 5-point lead, the biggest for Jefferson Academy, 37-32. On the outside right is Guzman, right corner. Nichols, 16-footer, yes, for Carly Nichols, drilling that big shot. Her first points in the third quarter. Jefferson Academy 37, Brush 34. Timpson with the basketball near that right corner. Back out to Salas. Free throw line for Anderson in the lane. Back out to Salas. She'll take the 3, and she misses short, and the ball is knocked out of bounds, and it is off of who, I think? Do we have a foul? We might have a foul on the floor. Yep, it's against Heidi Wendt. That's her second foul. Beat Diggers getting pressured. Guzman to throw it in. In the backcourt to Waitert. Ball was tipped out of her hand. She got it right back. Over to Guzman. Guzman with 1:19 to go in the third. Beat Diggers can tie it with a 3. Guzman at the top of the three-point circle. Gets a pick from Waitert. Looking down low. Still looking in the right corner for Berg. Berg is double-teamed, trying to spin out of it, and then Berg is nearly tied up. And is she tied up now? We have a timeout instead, called by Tom George. That's a smart one. With 1:05 to go in the third, we'll keep it right here. Jefferson Academy leads 37-34. Since taking a 15-6 lead early in the game, the Beat Diggers have been outscored 31-19. And the turnover situation is still an issue for the Beat Diggers, as they have 13 turnovers in the second and third quarters combined and 17 in the game. Jefferson Academy has 15. The teams break the huddle. Beat Digger basketball in the front court, well off to the left of the basket. And Guzman to throw it in. Beat Diggers had a 3-point halftime lead. Guzman looking. Still looking. And looked like she traveled along the baseline. She's done that at least 2 other times, and it hasn't been called, but that time it was. So the Beat Diggers turn it over for an 18th time in the game. Here come the Jaguars with 1 minute to go in the third, leading by 3. With the basketball is Salas on the outside right. Lobs it down low for Anderson in the lane against Berg. Kicks it back out to right, straight away to Salas. Salas dribbles against Guzman in the right corner, taken by Anderson to her left. Pulls up from 10. Yes, for Sadie Anderson. She's got 6 in the quarter, 10 in the game. Back up to a 5-point lead for Jefferson Academy. 38 seconds to go. Guzman in the front court to Monarch, well beyond the 3-point line. Monarch cross court to Nichols, left baseline, 17-footers off the back of the rim, and chasing down the rebound as Monarch cannot get it. It goes out of bounds. And the Jaguars will have the basketball. The Bead Diggers are just in severe trouble since an early 15-6 lead. And Jefferson Academy's been red hot in this quarter. They've scored 18 points. Salas on the outside right, cross court, taken by Abby Wilson. Back over to Wright. Wright on the outside left to Timpson. Nearly taken away by Waylard, but Timpson has it. Right of the lane, at the top now for Anderson with 6 seconds to go. Anderson back out to Salas with 3 along the right baseline. Over to Wilson, steps to her left. 3 in the air, is off to the right. And that's the end of the third quarter with the score. Jefferson Academy 39, Brush 34 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bead Diggers trail 39-34 as we go to the fourth. Alex White to throw it in. Front court bounce pass to Guzman. 2-on-1, bounce pass to Berg. She shoots and scores. Little 5-footer to the left of the basket for Kristen Berg. She's got 8.5 and 16 in the game. Jefferson Academy 39, Brush 36 as the Bead Diggers were outscored 18-10 in the third quarter. John Beltran from Brush High School. Brianna Salas with the basketball. Left baseline to Abby Wilson. Bounce pass in the lane to Anderson all the way. Scoops it up around and no good. And the rebound is controlled by Carly Nichols. Nicholsburg, Delorier, Guzman, and White for Brush. White in the front court on the outside right. Near the top to Guzman. Guzman setting up the Bead Digger offense on the high right to White. White against Salas at the top for Berg. Berg looking to her right, looking down low. Back out to her right to Delorier. Inside to Guzman, knocked away by Salas and intercepted. 19 turnovers for Brush. Anderson at the free throw line. Right corner for Miller. Steps to her left. Shot blocked by White. Taken away by Berg. Nice job by White. Bead Diggers can tie it with a 3. 6:58 to go in the game. Delorier into the front court. Hands it off to Guzman. Jefferson Academy leading 39-36. Delorier on the high right. At the top for Nichols. Holding the ball up high. Nichols dribbles by a defender. Pulls up from 8. Off the glass. No good. Rebound to Brianna Salas of JA. That's her 5th rebound. Abby Wilson along the left baseline. Scoops it up off the side of the backboard and misses. Carly Nichols with a rebound. The pass to Guzman. Guzman to Delorier. 3-on-2. Bounce pass to Berg. Right baseline shot. Good for Kristen Berg. She's red hot in the second half. She's got 10 points and a half, 18 in the game. And the Bead Digger deficit is only 1, 39-38. 30-second timeout called by head coach Kevin Porter of the Jefferson Academy Jaguars. Well, the Bead Digger offense to begin this quarter looks a lot better. And part of the reason is because their defense has created havoc, because the Jaguars came out red hot to begin the third quarter on 3-pointers by Brianna Salas and Sarah Miller. Miller is the leading scorer for Jefferson Academy with 14 points. Keep in mind, this Jefferson Academy team defeated Brush last year in Broomfield 46-43. And the Bead Diggers, that campaign last year had 15 wins. This year they've got 12 and are looking for 13, but it's not going to be easy. Sarah Miller beyond midcourt to throw it in. Miller near the timeline to Salas. Salas against Guzman. Bounce pass in the high left to Miller. Down low to Anderson against Berg. Turns, shoots, hooks, misses. Off to the left. Rebound to Alex White. Bead Diggers can take the lead. White to Guzman. Guzman front court pass to Berg. Berg near the right corner. Down low off of Monarch's left hand out of bounds. 20 turnovers for Brush. 15 for Jefferson Academy. And even 6 minutes to go in the game. Welcome home to your hometown grocery store, featuring Morgan County's largest variety, the Brush Grocery Cart. Well, the Bead Diggers have done it so far defensively in this quarter. No points over the first 2 minutes and 12 seconds for Jefferson Academy. On the outside left, Timpson all the way. Banks and scores. She beat a Bead Digger to the basket. Timpson with 5. Jefferson Academy 41, Brush 38. 5:35 to go in the game from Brush. Guzman at the top of the three-point circle, looking to her right, finds Delorier beyond the three-point line. Delorier at the top of the three-point circle to Monarch. On the outside right to White, inside the three-point line, down low for Guzman, trapped on the right baseline, bounce pass intended for Delorier, and it's intercepted by Salas. 21 turnovers for Brush. And you can bet Jefferson Academy is going to take their time, leading by 3 with 5:08 to go in the game. Timpson near the right corner for Miller. Miller in the lane to Anderson. Anderson, 10-footer, is around and off to the left. The rebound is controlled by Emily Monarch, her 5th rebound. Monarch across midcourt. Feeds it back out to Guzman. Guzman against Timpson. Back out to Monarch on the high right. Monarch at the top of the three-point circle to White. White bounce pass to Delorier. Near that right corner to Monarch. Lob down low out of bounds. As it was tipped out of bounds, I should say, by Jefferson Academy's Allison Timpson, intended for Guzman. Guzman's got to be careful. Throw it in and don't run the baseline. I'm telling you, she's been called for that once, but has done it at least 2 other times. Delorier is out, and Nichols took a brief rest. She's in. Here is Guzman to Berg. Right baseline shot is an air ball. Allison Timpson has it for Jefferson Academy. 4.5 minutes to go. The Jaguars are looking for the upset in Brush. Miller with the basketball on the outside left. Miller towards the top of the three-point circle. Crossover against White. Has Berg up in the air, and she traveled. 16 turnovers for the Jaguars. Well, the B-Diggers scored 4 points fairly quickly, but have been stuck on 38 for the last nearly 2 minutes. Guzman backcourt to Monarch. Monarch's going to break the press all by herself. Monarch back out to Guzman. Guzman at the top against Timpson. Gets a pick from White on the outside right. Guzman picks up a dribble, bounce pass right baseline. Berg shot as an air ball. That's 2 consecutive air balls. Might have been tipped. Sadie Anderson has it for Jefferson Academy. Under 4 minutes to go. Anderson straight away, picked up by Berg. Bounce pass back out to Salas on the outside left to right. Right near the timeline for Miller. Holding the ball on her left hip. Miller looking. Back out to Timpson. Timpson dribbling to her right against Monarch. Into the lane. 15-footer is off the back of the rim. Rebound to White of Brush. White across midcourt. Bounce pass to Guzman. Guzman in the lane. Guzman is trapped. Back out Monarch. Wide open 3. Good! And the game is tied at 41. A big triple for Emily Monarch. We've got 3:20 to go in the game. This one's going to go down to the wire. Into the front court of Salas for Jefferson Academy. On the outside right to Timpson. Timpson against Monarch. B-Diggers are in a man-to-man on the high right to Miller. Miller against Alex White in the lane for Anderson. She hooks and she misses, and the rebound is controlled by Kristen Berg, who's had a great game, but she threw it away. Bounce pass for Timpson. She's fouled by Emily Monarch. Timpson to the line. And again, the turnovers have destroyed Brush tonight. That is 22 turnovers for the B-Diggers unofficially. Monarch with her 2nd foul. Allison Timpson can give Jefferson Academy the lead once again with 2:58 to go in the game. Committed to serving those in production. Ag, Premier Farm Credit is the gold standard in ag lending. The free throw is off to the left. Savannah Mahoney's back into the game for Alicia Wright. Timpson can still give the Jaguars the lead with a made free throw here. She bends, she shoots, and she scores. Jefferson Academy 42, Brush 41. Bounce pass to Guzman in the backcourt, nearly knocked away, then a foul. That will be only the 3rd team foul on Jefferson Academy, the 4th by Allison Timpson. Again, Guzman to throw it in. You cannot run the baseline this time. You got to be careful about that. Guzman looking, still looking. Overhead pass to Nichols. Front court to Monarch. B-Diggers have a 3-on-3. Monarch all the way, scoops it up, and she's fouled as she misses. Nice move to the rack by Emily Monarch. Sarah Miller commits her, is that 1st or 2nd foul? I believe it's her 1st. And to the line is Emily Monarch. She just hit a big 3 to tie the game moments ago, but Jefferson Academy leads by a point. And here come the free throws for Emily Monarch. The senior bends, shoots, connects. Deadlocked at 42. Coming up at the bottom of the hour will be the Avalanche on the road against the Edmonton Oilers. Second free throw is upcoming for Monarch. That's in the air, and that one is in. The B-Diggers have a 1-point lead, 43-42, with 2:49 to go in the game. Salas into the front court. On the outside right to Timpson, guarded by Monarch. Timpson looking down low. Cross-court pass is taken over there by Anderson. Anderson retreats towards midcourt. Anderson calling out play instructions. Picks up the dribble. Anderson looking, still looking. Bounce pass on the outside right to Miller. The way Jefferson Academy's operating this offense is like they're looking for the final shot. Miller against White in the left corner for Anderson against Berg. Dribbles into the lane all the way. Hooks it up around it. Good! What a shot by Anderson. She's got 12 in the game. Jefferson Academy 44, Brush 43. With 2:12 to go from Brush. Guzman at the free throw line had it stripped away, got it back. Back out to Monarch, outside right to White. White with the basketball in the right corner. Cross court to Guzman. Wide open three is up and good! That's a big triple for Kennedy Guzman. Her first points of the half. She's got 14 in the game. Brush 46, Jefferson Academy 44. A minute 51 to go. Penetrating right baseline. Anderson, reverse layup, and a foul by Kristen Berg as she missed. Berg with her second foul. Anderson can tie it with 2 free throws. The Bead Diggers have been down for much of this second half. They led by as many as 9 in the opening quarter. And the free throw is in by Sadie Anderson. A 7-6 Jefferson Academy team, which has lost by 15 to Estes Park, 13 to Valley, and 44 to Eaton, is now tied with Brush after the second free throw was made at 46, a minute 46 to go. Guzman pressured in the backcourt, front court pass to White. White's on the outside right, pulls up long shot. It's good! Just inside the three-point line for Alex White. Her first points of the game, and they couldn't come at a better time. Bead Diggers up 48-46. Anderson 3, and that's an air ball. And Emily Monarch has the rebound for the Bead Diggers. Monarch in the backcourt with a minute 25 to go to Guzman. Bead Diggers are in no hurry to shoot. Guzman on the outside right to Monarch. Back out to Guzman. Straight away 3, and that one is in! Oh, it sat on the back of the rim, and it fell through. Not even a shooter's bounce. It just got stuck on the back of the rim, and it fell in. Guzman has 2 triples in the fourth. 17 points in the game with a minute 13 to go. Brush 51, Jefferson Academy 46. And a timeout has been called by the Jaguars. From this vantage point, that shot had no chance of going in. The only way it was going to go in is if it did exactly what it did, which is take absolutely no bounce at all. It just sat on the back of the rim on basically kind of like a line drive. It almost defied logic. And the Bead Diggers now lead by 5. But, you know, after their lackluster performance against Platte Valley a week ago and then tonight against Jefferson Academy, here's the bottom line. If they play like this against Eaton on Friday, they are not going to win that game. Eaton is 13-1. The Bead Diggers will be 13-1 if they hold on to this one, because Eaton is a notch above both of these teams, maybe 2 notches above Platte Valley. Here's Timpson, and she's fouled as she drove to the basket on the right of the lane there. Emily Monarch commits the foul as the shot was missed. Monarch with her 3rd foul. The Bead Diggers have 5 team fouls. Allison Timpson can make this a 1-possession game. The free throw is good. Timpson has 7 points in the game, 4 of those in this quarter. 51-47 Brush with a minute 8 to go. Second free throw is off to the left. The rebound on one hop by Carly Nichols. And then we've got a foul in the backcourt. Only the 5th team foul for Jefferson Academy. Fouls on Savannah Mahoney. That is her 4th. 2 more fouls will send the Bead Diggers to the line with a minute 6 to go. Guzman to throw it in. In the backcourt to Monarch along the corner. Monarch lobs it near the timeline. Poked out of bounds towards Guzman. Knocked out of bounds over there by Timpson. Bead Digger basketball still in the backcourt. With a minute 2 to go. Brush 51, Jefferson Academy 47. White looking. In the backcourt to Nichols. Back out to Monarch, who crosses the timeline. Front court high left to White. 57 seconds to go. White is stripped in the backcourt. She's got it. White into the front court, left of the lane, left corner. Nichols, 15-footer, is off the back of the rim. Rebound to Berg, and then had the ball wrestled away over there by Savannah Mahoney. The jump ball situation on the possession arrows going over to Jefferson Academy. 48 seconds to go in the game. The Bead Diggers with a 4-point lead. They've been down by as many as 5. Salas in the front court, and we've got a 30-second timeout with 44.1 seconds to go by the Jaguars and head coach Kevin Porter. The Bee Diggers were up 15-6. Jefferson Academy then went on a 10-0 run. They scored the final 9 points of the opening quarter. Just a very strange game when you consider that Brush looked awesome in the first 4 minutes. Jefferson Academy then got hot late in that first quarter while the Bee Diggers couldn't score. And for two quality teams, now they're starting to pick up the level of play because, as I alluded to at halftime, that second quarter was awful basketball with a total of 15 points and 14 turnovers. I mean, you would expect that out of teams that have won 2 or 3 games this season, not teams that have won 12 and 7 games in Brush and Jefferson Academy, respectively. Jaguars inbounds the basketball. Anderson, three-pointer straight away, is off to the left, and Kennedy Guzman has the rebound for the Bee Diggers, and she is fouled. 16 foul by Jefferson Academy. It looked like the foul was committed by Allison Timpson, and she is gone. She is fouled out with 7 points. And the Bee Diggers now call a timeout, brought to you by Edwards Wright Price Market in Flowerland at 1201 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. Stop by and get what you need to refuel on game days at Edwards Wright Price Market and Flowerland. So the Bee Diggers with a 51-47 lead. But the bottom line in this game, it has not been fluid at all. However, the Bee Diggers, as we alluded to at halftime, have been a second-half team this season. Although tonight, up by 3 at the break, up by 4 right now, so it hasn't been an increased level of excellence in the second half as opposed to the first half. Guzman to throw it in. Pressured there in the backcourt. Bounce pass to Berg. Berg to Guzman. Guzman crossing the timeline. Jefferson Academy is going to have to foul. 31 seconds to go. There's the foul with 30.8 seconds to go by Abby Wilson. Wilson with her second foul. That's the 17th foul. Critical free throws. Hopefully free throws for Guzman. She has to nail the first. She nailed a huge three-pointer for the Bee Diggers, which gave them the lead, and they have not trailed since then, but that was earlier in the quarter. Free throw is in. Kennedy Guzman had 3 points in the second quarter, none in the third, but had 8 points in the first and now 7 in the fourth. So she has 18 points in the game, leading all scorers. Kristen Berg has 16. Second free throw is up, and that is off the back of the rim. Carly Nichols has the rebound. She kicks it back out to Deloria. That's a huge rebound. Jefferson Academy is going to have to foul again, and Guzman is corralled by Sadie Anderson. That's her third foul. With 24.8 seconds to go, Brush 52, Jefferson Academy 47. Your one-stop shop for all of your banking and investment needs, from checking to savings to IRAs, is Morgan Federal Bank, 321 Ensign Street. There's a difference. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Alicia Wright is out. Savannah Mahoney is in. Another 1-on-1 situation for Kennedy Guzman. The free throw is up, and that is perfect. Guzman now with 8 points in the quarter, 19 in the game. And the Bee Diggers can make this a 3-possession lead if Guzman makes this one, essentially putting the game away, but it's short, and the ball is volleyballed into the hands of Abby Wilson. Wilson looking for some help in the backcourt is going to find Sadie Anderson all the way, scoops it up off the glass, no good, and the ball is controlled by Mahoney. And was she fouled? I think she was, because Mahoney had control, and then she was taken down from behind by one of the Bee Diggers, and Alex White. Not to the floor. She just went stumbling a bit. Sarah Miller to throw it in. 13.4 seconds to go in the front court. In the right corner for Anderson. Back out to Wilson. They've got to shoot pretty soon. She backs up for a three. Might have been partially blocked as she misses. Kristen Berg has the basketball. Wilson's on the floor. Guzman into the front court. 2 seconds to go, and she's going to dribble out the clock, and the Bee Diggers are going to win the game 53-47. It wasn't easy for the Bee Diggers. They needed to put it together in the fourth quarter after trailing by 5 going into the fourth, but they did to improve to 13-1. We'll take a break and come back with a recap. Brush 53, Jefferson Academy 47 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at the Digger Dome in Brush. Welcome to the Beat Digger post-game show, brought to you by Buildings by Design. The most important thing to buying a new building or starting a new design build project is picking the right company to build it. For a free bid, call Pat Walter or Travis Lefevre, 970-842-5837. You can visit them on the web at buildingsbydesign.com. The Beat Diggers got the job done tonight, but barely, winning over Jefferson Academy 53-47. Brush was certainly looking good early with a 15-6 lead, but the Academy went on a 10-0 run as the Jaguars went up 16-15. Beat Diggers would outscore the Jaguars 9-6 in the second quarter, though, and take a 24-21 halftime lead. But in the third quarter, Jefferson Academy scored the first 8 points, outscored Brush 18-10, led 39-34 after 3. The Beat Diggers, though, put together a 19-8 run in the fourth quarter to win 53-47. The visiting Jaguars tonight had 14 points from 2 players, Sarah Miller and Sadie Anderson, 10 points from Brianna Salas. Allison Timpson had 7 and 2 points for Savannah Mahoney. Beat Diggers had 2 in the double-digit scoring column, 19 for Kennedy Guzman. She had 8 of those in the first quarter, and she had 8 of those in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Kristen Berg, I believe I said she had 16. She had 18 points in the game, 7 points for Emily Monarch, 5 for Carly Nichols, 2 apiece for Melissa Waylert and Alex White. And those were big shots hit by White and Guzman down the stretch to give the Beat Diggers the 6-point victory at the free throw line. Both teams, incredibly enough, were exactly 9 out of 14 at 64%. The Beat Diggers, again, with turnover issues. They had 22 in the game unofficially. Jefferson Academy was 16. However, the Beat Diggers were very good on the boards. 28 rebounds to 18 for Jefferson Academy. 3 Beat Diggers unofficially had 6 rebounds, and Monarch, Nichols, and Berg. And for Jefferson Academy, they got a team-high 5 rebounds from Brianna Salas. Jefferson Academy falls to 7-7 on the year. The Beat Diggers have won 13 in a row. They're 13-1, but next up will be another 13-1 team on Friday right here at the Digger Dome against the Eaton Reds. Our next Beat Digger broadcast for basketball will be on Friday at 7 o'clock as the Brush boys play in Eaton against those very same Reds. Our next Brush High School broadcast will be on Thursday night, Beat Digger Wrestling at 6:30 right here from Brush against the Platte Valley Broncos. Rob Hastings and Jason Holdren will describe that action. Sound engineer and producer of Brush Beat Digger basketball has been Rose Condas. I'm John Beltran. The final score once again, the Brush Lady Beat Diggers make it 13 in a row, defeating the Jefferson Academy Jaguars 53-47 right here on 1010 KSIR and on the World Wide Web at KSIR.com.